Lake Wagyu began in 1997, selling weaner steers for live export to Japan. We could see the enormous potential for the breed to achieve great advances in the Australian cattle industry, and by 2004, through the magic of embryo transfer, had developed a herd of excellent breeding heifers and bulls. Using the best available Wagyu genetics, our aim was to produce the best Wagyu cattle possible for producers in both the Australian domestic market and for export. We now provide a wide range of black Wagyu genetics through our donor herd of carefully chosen cattle, reflecting the most sought-after breeding lines for maximum range of selection. Our technicians and veterinarians work from state-of-the-art facilities and have high levels of expertise that produce quite dramatic results. One of our technicians, Sharon Oates from Oasis Collection Centre, talks about her experience.
I was 12 years old.
Yep.
Yeah. So I've been doing it for
12.
Yeah, 12. Quite a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goodness me.
Yeah. No, when Dad had his Friesian stud, and it was too hard for him to weigh all his heifers, so he said it's time I learnt to inseminate so I could do all his heifers for him.
Wonderful, at 12.
At 12.
And then later on, I think you worked on a beef property.
I worked on several beef properties.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I've always come back to genetics. I love genetics. I love breeding good cattle.
And you produce fantastic results.
Embryo transfer is achieved by super-ovulating a donor cow to produce multiple eggs, which are fertilised through artificial insemination. The resulting embryos are then siphoned at an early stage and either frozen for export or immediately transferred into a recipient cow, which then carries the embryo to full term. Embryos can be frozen indefinitely and implanted months or years later into a recipient cow on the other side of the world. It is a tricky and expensive business, and it's true that not all embryos will result in a live calf. In fact, 50% is usually regarded as a good result. However, with careful planning and, most important of all, with great attention to detail, it is possible to achieve very satisfactory results. Once the embryos are carefully labelled, frozen and locked in straws, they are stored in containers of liquid nitrogen. Stringent export and quarantine regulations follow, including blood testing of the donor cattle and several inspections by customs officials until the vats of liquid nitrogen are finally exported to their country of destination. The liquid nitrogen is topped up regularly, and once the plane is in the air, the tank will last for some time before requiring further replenishment. Part of our success is Australia's unique position in the world as a country free of those diseases which affect other countries. Australia has the best accumulation of Wagyu genetics outside Japan and is a clean, green supplier of Wagyu for the world. The Australian Wagyu Association ensures the integrity of our national herd with mandatory DNA parent verification of all seed stocks submitted for registration. We are proud of the magnificent animals and embryos we breed, and our product is so successful that Lake Wagyu now exports embryos and semen and some live breeding animals to every continent on the planet, except Antarctica.